Apple TV Plus is getting in on the kindness movement with their new show, Hello, Jack, starring a familiar face with an infectious personality. We are excited to welcome Jack McBrayer, the star of Hello, Jack, and the executive producer of the show, Angela Santomero, to the show today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
excited to talk to both of you. So, this show has just been released this month. So, Jack, tell people out there about this fun show that you guys have teamed up and created.
Absolutely. It really came from a very personal place for me where I was just sensing in the world a lack of compassion with how people were behaving with each other and dealing with each other, a lack of kindness. It made me think about when in my life I would be learning those lessons. And so that took me back to preschool years. And that made me think about the programs that I grew up with, specifically shows like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, where we kind of learned about our feelings and social emotional lessons.
I remember those shows very fondly as well. So tell me about this show specifically. Is it intended for kids, for adults, or for the entire family?
It's for the entire family, preschoolers curling up and that's what we see, preschoolers crawling up in their parents' laps and really kind of asking questions and being interested and leaning into these stories together.
I love that. I have a 3-year-old at home, so I cannot wait to get started with him on this show. He's going to love it. And it is all about acts of kindness, which of course we all need. So tell me about the idea for this, Angela. And was it kind of sparked from this pandemic and all this struggle and just the need to see more goodness in the world?
Jack, do you want to start? It came from Jack.
Well, I mean, it was me. It was me feeling that I wanted to contribute. I wanted to help out in some way. I wanted to be of service. And so when I landed on perhaps exploring children's programming, I went to Apple first. Our executive, Tara Sorensen, then sent me to Angela Santomero, who has an incredible body of work. She's the queen of quality children's programming. And so that's where the magic came together. Yeah, it was a perfect union. So thank you, Apple.
Of course, thank you, Apple and Angela. So, Angela, how did you take Jack's idea and kind of come up with this concept for what the show could be?
We talked about it and really bonded over what the formal features of what we could do to use kindness as a tool to spark stories, to tell stories about caring for each other. And so we created something called the 3 C's, which is caring, connection, and cascade. And those are really the 3 keys that you need for any story that will use kindness as a tool to problem solve. And so really jumping in and thinking about how can we give some real breadth and strength to kids' problems, and then think about an adult who will stop things for just a few minutes and pause and listen and help. And what does that look like? And then all of a sudden, Jack was like, we could tell any story with this, and it's true. And we do a ton of research, so kids are leaning in our formative research and just can't wait to hear and see how we end the stories. And so that was really how it all came about.
That's very cool. And I know Jack mentioned it, but as I was watching some clips of the show, I was definitely getting a modern day Mr. Rogers vibe from this. It's so connected and there is a community on the show. So, Jack, tell me about how much you've enjoyed working with this team, of course, all of the cast of characters, and kind of what you have planned for the future of this program.
Well, it was really just a gift to have all these talented people in every department, cast, crew, designer, producers, everybody coming together with this shared vision. It was humbling, and I felt honored. I would love to, I would love to keep doing this for 20 more years, but I want to be able to be a resource for preschoolers. I want to be what Mr. Rogers was for people of my generation. I want to be there to let children know that they are heard and seen and understood. And so, whatever I can do to help in that, there's a chance this is one and done. Whatever. I hope it inspires someone else to try. Like let's look after each other, especially our kids.
Yeah. So, Angela, what would you say is your biggest takeaway from working on this project?
It is the magic of having that team come together. The strength of the team during this time was really remarkable, and the level of support we got from Apple TV Plus, the level of professionalism, as Jack said, that OK Go did our music and wrote every song. Every episode had a song, the choreography, everything that everyone had to do to make this really big and special for kids because they deserve it. I think that was magical. That really was.
All right. Well, guys, I'm so excited to curl up on the couch with my 3-year-old and give this show a shot. Thank you again so much for your time today. For everyone out there, all 7 episodes of this new show, Hello Jack, are available to stream right now over on Apple TV Plus. Thank you guys again for your time today.
Thank you so much. A pleasure.